Right, we wasted our money. Did the shopping. Um, I guess we should do as much here as possible, if for nothing else to get extra funds. Another one like the fire one would be very useful, especially in group fights. I doubt I can get 15,000 though, but whatever.
I'm here to help.
Could be useful, could be trash, not gonna bother with those. I just don't have the inventory space. I suppose if they're actual genuine scrolls, they could be worth some cash. Also, anti-magic scroll is always tempting, although I'm like 90% sure it's a cursed scroll of some sort. We could sell this away immediately, I suppose. Useful potions, especially the heroism one. Chance to hit increases substantially. Right. There's two guys that poison. Could be trouble. I can probably get a single spell out without too much trouble.
I'm here to help.
Get rid of mirror image destruction, please.
Oh, what you deserve.
Once the mage is gone, it's trivial.
Only what you did for justice.
Right, not a bad fight for us. Most of this isn't worth shit though. I got the protection amulet out of this one. Might be able to do identification on my own. Okay, could you actually go and talk to the guy, please? Two protection scrolls and a curse scroll. Really worth the identification costs. Right, now what?
I'm here to help.
Simply no standards these days.
I certainly don't have a deposit for her. It's a funny thing. I never talked to merchant named Tira, but I can have the conversation like I've talked to her. That's pretty sloppy, I guess. That sort of crap shouldn't be happening. Yes, it sort of just shows how little the maker of the game gave a shit about this either. I mean this area specifically, or the early start of the game.
Order is what matters.
And function as an errand boy. Might as well.
Elf Song Tavern. Little
Nothing
pretentious for my
extra for
taste.
us really.
I'll wait for you here.
Okay, any jobs?
Whoa!
Is at the
Whoa!
spectacles.
Oh man, are you in the sewers too? Dink, right? I mean, I know it's a tap. Ah! Whoa! Sorry. Yeah, I just didn't, expect. Ah! It's these new glass. I got 'em. Ah! But all I see is invisible. Ah! I'm starting to freak out, man. Whoa! Whoa! Everything's so much clearer now. Maybe. Oh, and later, man.
Um, there were like one good use out of them. I think the rest was sort of rubbish. Some kind of shopkeeper at the camp we enter later on. Everything else was pretty much rubbish. I do intend to spend these this time. Doesn't really matter which ones, as long as I get the guy in the camp that acts as a shopkeeper. That's the important one.
You are welcome in my sight.
Oh, it's a fine day for meeting new friends.
Ruby wine. Right. Forgot this exists. Sharp, spicy smell. Right. I don't recall what you got get from this. Doesn't really matter. It's a quest. Although, without the rewards will not be substantial enough to really make much of a difference. Horrible potion. I can't believe there's anything particularly interesting in a box like this.
I'm here to help.
So I'm not sure if I want to really force my way through them. I think there were some sort of supplies here
Get
that
At once.
are
out, you
another fulfillment
vile,
quest.
poxy snake!
Yeah, food supplies for the refugees in a tavern or something like that. But again, you would need to have someone who can actually open these goddamn locks. You have the capability of doing that, but I'll have to rest. I don't think I give enough of a shit to do that though.
Damn you to all nine. It's been What brings you to my door? Nice try. I've spent the last month with that two-faced elf Koran. A flattering tongue will get you nowhere. What do you want, really? Who? We? Or you? I could never say no to you. Then
Oh fuck. Right. He actually comes with us. Right. Now get the fuck out.
you want me to what?
I don't think there's really anything all that important here. Yeah, it's the same old thing. Don't have enough strength to really force these locks, and I'm not sure if I could do it even if I drank a potion. The quest rewards from doing all this might be a little bit of money. I doubt it's enough to really matter. We're gonna get massively more amount of experience by simply killing a small number of monsters. So this just isn't important enough to me to worry about missing a quest or two here and there. Or a loot item or two. I'll go through these areas though and see what we can do. Likely we're gonna end up with a lot of unfinished little tasks here, I think.
I'm here to help.
Right. Must as well go and get the wine.
At once.
Bother and bother never comes. I'm sorry. I've no goods left to sell. It's just been so busy with the refugees and all. You're the answer to a prayer. I have a bag of money, my day's earnings, to take to my moneylender. Thank you. Here's the money bag. Please go straight to
I
Sorceress
think there was an
Sundries.
alternative way to
My
get
moneylender
the...
works just across the street.
we could probably go
Let
for an
me know when
alternative
you're done.
solution to this, so we don't have to go and get the
I thought
food.
life couldn't get any worse when I lost my home. Let me tell you, that's the sort of thought you should never think. The gods take thoughts like that. Generous, open-handed. Ha! If we didn't lose everything before, we surely did after we enjoyed your hospitality.
Hmm.
You call that slop food? 3 people up and left last night, figuring they'd have better luck getting a meal at the Iron Throne. And that was after they'd paid you your blood gold.
But go to the Flaming Fist headquarters, then ask about Kerchek, or Elfstone Tavern, secure more provisions. Right. Talk to the Fist. Important thing is to just get some kind of resolution to the situation. I mean, it's probably a pitiful reward, but it's still something. Right. Stacks of barrels. Spicy. Has a deep purple tint. Sharp spicy scent. Might be worthwhile to rest, just to get the Knoxville again. Looks like we have some use for it. Also the web. I think I'll take 2 Knox. I mean, even though it's not really a mandatory thing to stick with that, it's still extra loot, and it doesn't look like there's that much worthwhile fighting in this. So we might as well go for the utility.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
Or rather, the fighting is of a level where we don't really need our best buffs or maximization of buffs in any way. The web will suffice in any half-decent fight.
At once.
Right, we have at least 3 tasks to do in the Elfstone Tavern district. We need to visit the Flaming
We're almost to
Fist.
Flaming Fist headquarters. There's a cleric
At
being
once.
held there Duke Eltan thinks you might want to speak to. Though why anyone would want to talk to a madman like Tiax is beyond me.
We're more than mercenaries.
Oh no! Run if you wish. You'll not get far.
Worth a little bit of gold, a little bit of experience. $41 pieces of gold. Barely worth bothering, actually not worth bothering at all.
I will do what I can to help you.
Right, information about the one guy and need something else. Possibly. Yeah, we need to notify someone.
Declare yourself.
Garachin. Yeah, he's offering refugees shelter, but taking a bit in their own exchange. Yeah, not illegal. Okay. Refugees left his home because the quarters were so crammed and the food so poor. Surely there are laws governing this sort of thing. Don't actually care. I am somewhat interested in knowing though what the consequence of trying to push this is. There was nothing untoward about these refugees leaving, was there? And what if there was? I don't really see why I would give up rumors. I mean, I have nothing personally invested in this in either solution. Right.
We're more than mercenaries.
Right, so nothing of importance happens here. And all you need to do is really talk to TX, which isn't really mandatory either. Right. Well, it was worth 1000 experience points, so that's something. That's like not even enough experience we get from a
You've a
big
fair
fight.
number of friends, but we should head back to the Ducal Palace. You need to get some rest before we head out in the morning.
It's still probably worth trying to get a little bit of money. The money itself would be useful since we don't have that much.
We should reach the Iron Throne building soon. Eltan wanted you to speak with a Selûnite monk helping out there, name of Rasad in Bashir.
Rasad in Bashir. It also probably exists because of the double gangers reward or hidden stats.
What's this, Bison? Huh? What is this?
That's all I have, I swear.
It's nothing you need to
Well, officer...
That's right. I'm helping him find his kitty. I'll see you as soon as you've got something. I mean, as soon as I've got your cat, Bison.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You've really done it this... Riggs? No, no. No, I'm not fooling anyone. I'm not all right. That flaming fist thug... Truly? Oh, thank you, and bless you. If you can rid me of that plague Riggs, I shall await you here then, and pray for your success. Fare thee well.
What is it you want now? We've been working our fingers to the bone keeping this scum safe. So what if I'd taken a little bonus? I earned it.
By that logic, I will have earned what I take from you. What would you rather be, a dead fool or a breathing wise man?
You can't do this to me. I serve the flaming fist. Yeah, I got it. I'm on the straight and narrow now. You've put me right, I swear it. Now just leave me be, yeah?
The Iron Throne building doesn't look the same as the last time
Right.
you were here, does it?
Pretty much
The
pathetic
council's using
crap
it to
all
house
around.
refugees fleeing the
It's a
Crusade.
werewolf here, but that's about it. I think you can get a
You are more than
silver amulet out of this, I think. We don't need to talk to Rasad really. I suppose we should. It's just talking to them
What
might
is
be
this?
enough to get experience.
Is it truly you? And you, my friend. I still mourn the loss of my brother, Imoen. Will she survive? Who would do such a thing? Kayla. You say Kayla are. You know that while most folk forgive me. May the Moon Maiden smile upon you in your efforts.
You have my greetings, faithful one.
May I be of assistance? These refugees are my responsibility, and I believe I detect some tension here.
Probably have to wait a while. Also, Corwin keeps stealing all of my kills, so that there's that. The sooner we get rid of him or her, the better.
It is a good thing you were here, hero. I will take care of Lon's body and make sure no one was hurt. Thank you again.
Wonder where the hidden stash is supposed to be. Downstairs. Doubt you can find it on your own. Right, we do have 2 spells that can unlock some targets here. I'd like to use one to get the grub food for the refugee house, because it's worth some experience points. What I want to know though is what we can get from these.
I'm here to help.
255 gold and 100 gold.
I'm here to help.
Right, it's probably impossible to try to find it. You either know where it is or you can't access it. Right, where's the woman? Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is just a gigantic waste of time trying to do these things. The little money we're gonna get from these isn't gonna matter.
At once.
Day for whatever you're after.
Ah, an assassin.
Get back here!
500 experience for taking messages around, so not too bad.
At once.
We'll get 50 gold for this, the wine. $500 experience points and helmets. And they're probably worth a decent amount of coin too. This isn't the item we want, but I'm sort of curious what's hidden in these chests. Right, so few hundred gold pieces. Not bad by any means, but there's a but. It's nothing interesting, nothing useful, something slightly... What would you do with all the gold? Maybe get around 1000 best?
At once.
Just not really worth it.
I'm here to help.
Right, once we're done with these... Ooh, 3 old kegs, right. We'll try to do everything, then identify the items along the way, so forth and so forth. 250 gold. 250 experience points.
Now I see why you're called the hero of Baldur's Gate. Bless you.
And a
Bless you.
pearl, which is probably
There are
around
many
100
here who'll
gold.
not soon forget this. Here, take this gem. I hid it so Garrichan wouldn't get his greasy paws on it.
At once.
Right. Definitely not really worth doing. What's my current helmet? Mexican, yeah, it's a good one. Immunity to fatigue is not a bad thing, but you would have to have something that reasonably causes you fatigue, like using some sort of spell or something. And I don't have any like that. This is okay, I guess. Ooh, the amulet is actually very good because it's a constant bless, and this is just saving throw. Bless should increase our chance to hit, and I think even our damage. So yeah, this is actually very useful. I don't see myself ever using this one. $8,600. Still enough, not enough really to buy anything interesting. I suppose I could get more, a little bit at least. Maybe enough for a single new bond. It would be a significant purchase, but on the other hand, I'm not sure if we have the opportunity to do that later on. Not really. We might though, and our reputation could dive significantly since I'm playing as a chaotic evil character.
The Three Old Kegs isn't far from here. There's a pair of Rishemi travelers staying there. Duke Eltan thought you might speak with them.
This might be the only chance I can get sort of relatively cheap wands person. There's a fight here.
There are many ways of dealing with such as you.
It's 4 guys only though. She's gonna kill the more 3 others while I kill a single paralyzed opponent. And oh fuck, you are stealing my kills too.
Charge!
Well, we're mostly doing this for the money, but Jesus fuck. That is annoying. I doubt this would have been worth all that much experience, but still. Robel wants a drink. He's been shouting a lot to the crowd. Drink can be obtained inside the tavern. There's a woman trying to hide a killing, evidence of killing. We might as well help her this time. She might or might not have a legitimate reason for the killing, but still a little bit questionable what she's trying to do.
Keep a good distance now. Pleasure to meet you.
Didn't have the same dialogue options as previously. So I guess how you talk with her or some of your attributes affect it. So you maybe notice that something is wrong. Doesn't really matter. 15 gold isn't anything to me. I did get some experience out of it in exchange.
I'll await you here until you're ready to go.
At once.
'Tis always good to give a little tip.
Drink for the guy outside.
'Tis always good to give a little tip.
Why the fuck can't you move? Pathfinding is terrible at times.
I'm here to help.
30 gold, 300 experience.
I'm here to help.
We're gonna stop a fight here, I think.
You are welcome here.
$200 gold. Surprising amount of gold for basically doing almost nothing.
I'm here to help.
'Tis always good to give a little tip.
These guys stole my gold.
I'm so
Not much I can do
tired.
about it now, though.
I'm so tired.
I wanted to fight for some reason.
Oh, no.
And there's a high level mage here too.
Oh, no.
Won't exactly do any good for me though. Since my gold is lost.
Oh, no.
Well, they were worth some experience, I guess. He's throwing stunning arrows too. They have no hope in hell. Magical axe is worth a decent amount of gold though. I don't think we can get quite to the 15,000. 10,000 might be
At once.
something reasonable we can still achieve. Some golden item and experience. Holy shit. Excellent looking boots. This smuggler's one. So I blackmailed them a little bit. Right, Minsk and dinner here. Might as well try to accept them to take them with us. It might be worth experience, or we might want to use them later on.
Can it be? And Boo? What? I see. Boo, but we cannot leave our friend Dinah here undefended. Then do as the cats do to Boo when they think he is not looking, and follow.
Why is Delinda here? The jewelry we are picking up is actually somewhat valuable.
Simply no standards these days.
My deepest apologies. I heard there was a noble woman here who might be interested in my anti-aging magic, but a beauty like yours needs no help from me. Okay, I can cast spells to reduce the signs of aging. I see you have little need of such things, except for, well, perhaps you have very few fine lines, laugh lines I call them, around the corners of your eyes. I can get rid of them for a price. Bartleby. Is Bartleby going to come here or what? The ruffian refuses to leave. Right. I go where I please. Interfere with me at your own peril. It was worth a couple of 100 experience points.
Dinah here.
How many times must I tell you me? What dost thou want of me? Thou wouldst face this. I know thine off.
And with
Of course.
prepare yourself.
I don't really care what they have as equipment. We have sufficient amount on our own. I could maybe sell them for the extra gold I need, so it's not like it would have been
You do not
useless
want Minsk's sword in your service? You know Boo will not remain with you if I leave, yes?
Thou wouldst have me leave thy company?
Right, I think we're done. Can't think of any quests or tasks we haven't really completed. So more or less we will go to the shop, sell everything extra we still have and call it a day. More or less a waste of time, I'd say. But we did get some decent items. We're more or less proving ourselves against future trouble with the purchases we've made. Got some few spells that are worthwhile, I guess. 4th and 5th level spells, so it's by no means was a waste of time.
I'm here to help.
Don't crowd the counter.
This is something I can probably identify now. $1,500. $11,609 gold pieces in total. We have some extra items in the chest at our room at the palace. I think at least a couple of protection scrolls. Before I do anything now, I will go and check that. We'll have to sell the extra crap anyway.
At once.
And then we'll decide what we're gonna buy. We're gonna buy something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet. Either some potions or alternatively try to get a wand.
I'm here to help.
Potions would be of the line that we will basically drink at every opportunity. Strength potions, good ones, protection spells, and anti-magic potions, that sort of crap. They don't have to be game changers, just something that increases the speed with which we can do things, make fights easier.
I'm here to help. You must gather your party.
Heroism potions would be another good one. There's just increases your chance to hit a little bit.
I'm here to
Especially in combination with a strength potion, it's a fairly powerful combination.
I welcome you with outstretched hand.
Right, nothing we can really sell away. Might be able to get a little bit of experience out of this annoyance crap. I pay for identification of... Ooh, I have an identification? Yeah. Sure. I don't think it would have been worth 100 gold to identify that one. This is all crap we'll sell away. Right, there's no way we can get a fire wand. Frost wand wouldn't actually be all that bad on option either.
I'm here to help.
Fairly powerful single target attack, and it's all pretty much 20 charges.
At once.
So it'll last. Lightning bolt would be another. It is. A lightning bolt and fire might be preferable because we're on our own. We're always going to be outnumbered, so we would like something that hits multiple targets. If I sell something that might have some value for me, I could probably go for a wand. Like the Cloak of Minor Arcana. It's basically useful for me because generates a random arcane scroll of level 3 or below. We could create these scrolls. Use basically the charges away, then try to sell it. The scrolls would probably still be more. Actually, I'm not so sure. Does it change the value of the item if I use the charges? Ideas for next book. The following notes are written in meticulous point form. Always stay at the back of the party. Monsters rarely attack from the rear. Middle is good too. Surround yourself with walking companions in full plate armor. Here follows a doodle of a stick figure in a pointy hat surrounded by armored individuals carrying enormous swords. You can also follow way behind the group, say 100 yards, cast spells from distance, and join in when the looting begins. Perhaps 1 mile behind party, they can scream if they need help. Next few points are scratched out. Could just stay home. Okay. The litter does. Could just learn these, I suppose. Doesn't really matter what they produce. This parchment has been torn at the top. It seems to have been ripped from a larger piece. Rule 3. Taverns can be of great use for surviving an adventure. Before adventuring into the dank tomb or bleak dungeon, visit the local tavern, buy lots of drinks. Soon your party will be merrily singing and drinking the night away. While they sleep off their excess the next morning, you can quietly leave town. Rule 4. Some will tell you that second level spells are necessary for a successful career. Don't believe them. With great power comes great responsibility. So if you stick to first level spells, no one will expect you to stick your neck out in a dangerous situation. Rule 5. A mage is only as good as their robe. Though you may never rival my exquisite collection of Faerun's finest robes, I am too humble, none could rival that collection of finery. You would do well to obtain a quality tailor at the first opportunity. Remember, with intelligence, discretion, and overwhelming shrieking, constant fear of death, you too can be a successful adventuring mage. How this is notes. Are these actually useful or just supposed to be slightly entertaining? Don't mind having them, I'm just genuinely wondering. Alvis Note 4. Advice to a novice mage. If you are reading this, then you are perhaps a young mage just starting out on your career. You might aspire to the heights of some of the greatest wizards of Faerun. Elminster, you might think to yourself. Blackstaff, Malcanter. No, not Malcanter. You chuckle at your foolishness. Who could ever compete with the greatest first level mage to have ever lived so far? I am here to tell you that while, in truth, you cannot hope to ever acquire the seasoned and respected name I have made for myself, you can at least hope to reach the plateau from which my shadow seems just slightly less long and chilly as it envelops you. If you follow my advice, you will be well on your way to becoming a second-rate imitation of myself. Rule 1. There are some that believe taking credit for a job well done is the easiest way to build a reputation. But taking credit for a job someone else did well and is now dead so they can't contradict you anyway is in fact more efficient. The scroll has been torn up here. Right. Good advice. Extra fireball wouldn't be exactly a horrible thing. Slow. I'm willing to believe that these are entirely random, so you might not get all of the advice scrolls the guy gives you. Dire Charm is another useful spell that I thought about buying. So glad to learn these. Lightning Bolt is the only one we're still really missing. I think we want to leave at least one charge to this, because otherwise the item might not have any value. This is Clairvoyance, I don't give a shit. Okay, is the item price affected now? These aren't exactly... The scrolls themselves are not bad. Right, it's basically worthless now anyway. Each charge reduces its value by 175. Might as well use the last one. It still has the abilities it had previously. This note is titled Advice to a Novice Mage. If you're reading this, then you are perhaps a young mage. This is the same thing I already read. So it is totally random. We'll sell the rest away. We got 2 Alvis Notes 4. I doubt these have any real use, so I'll sell them away. 12,000. Yeah, if I would really sell something useful, I could easily get the necessary funds. If I want the one specific wand. $15,840. Aghanazar Scorcher is what we would really be looking for. 86 cold damage for the range of 100 feet isn't exactly horrible either. That's a decent amount of damage. Two shots can easily kill a mage. 66 electrical. Effect area, Path of Bolt, which is the useful part. We can basically go into some kind of a dead end and just lightning bolt every son of a bitch that's in front of us. But the thing is, Aghanazar Scorcher is better for that. There's no chance of the thing coming back to haunt us. And it's a steady pillar of damage, so if targets die, new targets will basically come into the path of the strike and take damage. So the damage potential with the Scorcher is vastly superior. I'd really want a proper modifier. Not sure what would I have to give up to get that. I would have to give up some kind of an item. Would have to be of significant value. I don't want to give up the Archmage's robes. The armor class is a huge convenience boost. The less is a huge thing. I can't see us being able to replicate the thing. This also improves our chance to hit. I'm not giving that away. This really is, yeah, 25% magic resistance is significant. Massive, in fact. It also stacks with other protection items. We could give up versatile spells. That would provide us with a massive amount of funds. It might be worthwhile, because as sort of useful as it is, I am not really using most of these. These are sort of cute little spells you can throw here and there, but for practical purposes, we've always dealt with our fights with the higher level spells. So it doesn't really matter. Web is a fight ender. We can protect ourselves from even fireballs, so we could spam those too. I think I would prefer skull traps because they do magic damage. Alright, I'm still in the ring. Lose half the spells. Blindness is still useful. Chromatic Orb can end a fight. Magic Missile gets rid of mirror images quite effectively. And Shield protects us. Lose the rest. Can't do the same thing through spells, I suppose. Realistically, the wand is much more convenient. 6,000. Could go with another one, I suppose. I want a Frost. Well, Cone of Cold might have some use. It's not that much of damage. However, I don't think it has a limit to the damage. Yeah, maximum damage of 10d6. That's typical of the level 3 attack spells. On a cold. When the spell is cast, it generates a cone-shaped area of extreme cold originating at the wizard's hand and extending outward in a cone of 35 feet long with a 90-degree arc. It drains heat and causes 1d4 plus 1 points of damage per level of the caster. For example, a 10th level wizard would cast a cone of cold causing 10d4 plus 10 points of damage. There's no maximum. 2. It's a 5th level spell, so the typical spell protections wouldn't protect against this type of damage. They would protect against scorchers, fireballs, lightning bolts, and the like. This would go right through them. Also, since I'm alone most of the time, I can just go in a dead end and basically blast at everything that comes my way with this. That's in theory, though. It's troublesome because I can't actually see the arc. I'll have to target some kind of a specific target. So it's a question mark. It'll also always do damage. You can get half damage if you succeed in the saving throw. Can't dodge the damage itself. We're gonna buy another wand. We'll go for a frost wand. Alternatively, potion or two. Fire breath potion. Magically transform. Effect does 60-10 damage to the target. I think there's a single target 60-10 fire damage. This is the next area of effect. We could also keep the money, I suppose. Without a doubt, we'll have other opportunities to waste it. I'm sort of keen on maybe taking strength potions, but they're very, very expensive. Well, heal strength isn't that expensive, and even 19 is significant. I think we have a strength potion or two, so I'll just stick to the 5,000 gold. We'll have to buy fire resistance potions at some point. Might as well be this point. Actually, no, because we can find these, and because I'm alone, that's all that is sufficient. That's all we ever need. So yeah. The Scorcher. Right, Cloud Kill is okay too, compared to Cone Coal, but it takes a long time. But whatever, we have what we have, and that's as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, I think we're done.
I'm here to help.
The wand is not necessary, it's just convenient. It saves time. I don't have to have full preparation with spells every time we get into trouble. Oh shit, I don't actually have the Scorcher as a spell. That's not a good thing. It's also very cheap, so I'd like to have it.
At once.
Being able to cast it once on your own is a nice thing. Not enough to kill things, but it does mean that I don't have to waste the wand at every opportunity. I think there's a maximum of this. No saving throw. Okay, I wasn't actually aware of that. That makes it much more useful. Doubt we need the knock spell constantly, so I'll take another web.
I'm here to help.
It won't help us against demons and the like. They'll have fire resistance, so magic will still be worthless largely in the end sections of the game. Right, a longish preparation section again, even if you don't read out loud these things. I think we made mostly solid choices. The important part really was that we had the 4th and 5th level spells available. That's the important part. Everything else is sort of fluff after that. Okay, I don't actually have any heals. There's a chapter change after this, so I might be able to get fully healed, I guess. Also means I need to start buying some extra healing potions, something I can actually use in a fight. The normal stuff is simply not sufficient. Right. Who the hell do I need to talk to?
I'm here to help.
You remember me. Surely you do. I was just I heard you talking to Daddy and the other... Daddy hasn't told you everything. Did he mention he thinks Kalar might be one of Baal's children? Yeah, I thought not.
All right. I'll see you on the morrow. Word is your friend Imoen's mostly recovered from the Crusader poison, if you want to speak with her. Just remember, once you go up to your room, I'll leave to begin preparing for the journey. You won't get another chance to head out into the city.
Don't want to go back to the city. Want to move on.
So this is the Slayer of Sarevok, the hero of Baldur's Gate. How pleased I am to make... It is everything. Strange. There lies within you. Do not mistake power for strength. You do not see it yet, but another... Your part... But we can speak more of this in time, when I am certain that you are the... Measuring it. I am not... Only the passage of time will provide us answers.
Oh, you're back. Nope, I'm not. We shouldn't go north and take on this crusade. I'm healing. But you need to heal too. I knew you'd say that. You're the closest thing I have to family. I'll be back on my... Promise me I'm gonna leave now. Take care of yourself. Hey, 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 hey! Are you awake? You can't tell Daddy, Duke Silvershield, about this. I've joined the Flaming Fist! No, listen, I really have. I used a false name. Daddy would never allow me to enlist, but I'm in! I'll be marching north with you tomorrow. All right, go back to sleep. Remember, whatever you do, don't tell Daddy about this.
Can we get going now, please? Yeah, we do have a chance to tell her dad about this. I don't know why I should care.
I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
Hey, can we leave now, please?
Ah, the hero.
I hope.
The Flaming Fist travels with.
May the gods.
You'd better get moving and speak with Captain Corwin by the main doors. And be on your guard. The Trapdoors will likely hold dangers besides the crusade.
Just one. This is my daughter, Roma. They'll do what they have exactly like that. I have to work. I know.
We go
ready to
now,
leave the city.
please. Ah. Okay. So warm-up is finally over. At the same time, well, the only real problem we have with this character now is that we lack healing. There's literally impossible for us. And there's not always going to be an option to just purchase it, so we need to start eyeing on actually purchasing healing items.
Captain Shale Corwin and her aide, Corporal Bence Duncan.
A lot
And
of
what are your
wilderness
goals?
action.
Many souls were lost during the Dragonspear Wars. I will see justice done and restore them to the light.
Yes, quite honorable. But what makes you think yourself capable of achieving this, Kayla Argent?
You dare befoul my person with your magics?
Blood is something to behold, not fear. Your divine heritage radiates from you. From which of your parents, mother or father?
Enough of these games and enough of your questions. Heffernan, get this mage out of my sight.
At once, my lady. We will have words about this, scarred one.
Perhaps.
No one wants to bother me? Excellent. Right. So, we have a metric ton of these shitty healing potions, but they won't be enough. So, maybe about 24 extra healing potions should be sufficient. We do have the restoration scrolls, greater restoration scrolls, which are full of heals. They also fatigue you though, so actually I'm not so sure. Yes, definitely fatigue you. They would still allow me to avoid from resting like 2 months before we're fully healed. But they're of limited value in combat situations. You'd have to be very desperate to rely on something like that. So extra healing potions, and I think that's pretty much it. Everything extra after that is just that extra. We don't need it. No. We need the ability to turn our weapons +3 weapons, otherwise we can't defeat the final boss. That's about it.